relationships, they don't happen in vacuum. So there are often underlying issues that lead to a sexless relationship. I'm going to share with you few of them that I've seen a lot of my clients. Hello there, I'm Dr. Nazanin, Moali, licensed clinical psychologist and host of Sexology podcast. Today we're going to talk about step-by-step what you would need to know to assess the kind of pattern in the relationship, and if you're in a sexless relationship, what you need to do to create a roadmap to cultivating healthy sexuality in your relationship, or perhaps arriving to this conclusion that this relationship is no longer serving your sexual need. I have supported thousands of couples to problem solve their sexual challenges in the relationship. So I would be happy to share with you the roadmap that I shared with so many of my clients. First of all, I wanted to talk about what is a sexless relationship. Sexless relationship is a relationship that the couple have sex less than 10 times per year. We have situational sexless relationship and long-term sexless relationship. Situational could be that challenges that a couple face and it's short-term. Perhaps one of the partners, they have health issues, or perhaps you just had a baby and this is a period of short transition for a couple. Most couples at times, they struggle with finding a rhythm in their relationship. But if it's been a few years, then you have to make sure that you're problem solving this issue. Sexless relationships, they don't happen in vacuum. So there are often underlying issues that lead to a sexless relationship. I'm going to share with you few of them that I've seen a lot of my clients. Number one is relational issues. Perhaps something happened in the relationship that you no longer want to have sex with your partner. Perhaps that there has been a history of affair. It could be that the way you and your partner communicate, you're bickering all the time, or perhaps there have been some rupture in the past. One of my clients, they shared with me that they no longer wanted to have sex with their partner because their spouse didn't have their back when the family was going through a major loss. So all of these challenges that we have in a relationship, it can impact the quality of sexual connection we have with our partner. Another common one is when one partner, they start struggling with sexual functioning. Perhaps one of the partners, they have lower desire. Perhaps there's some issues with erectile functioning and your partner says something negative. All of these things can create this toxic situation that might lead someone avoiding sex. Regardless of an underlying issue, I want you to hear that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be sexual with your partner. No one gets married to be celibate. And if this is not something that you communicated with your partner from the beginning, that this relationship will be sexless or we're not going to have sex, then of course it's shocking if one of the partners, they don't want to have sex with the other partner. So you're not dirty, you're not asking for too much if you want to have sex with your partner. So it's important to think about how are you going to tackle this. I often tell my clients that take 10 minutes and write about how this pattern started. When did you notice that you and your partner, the frequency of sexual experiences been less present? So sometimes people say that after child of their birth, the frequency has been less. Sometimes people talk about after taking on a new role. It could be after going through different phases of life. Many of my clients, they say that when the partner goes through menopause, then they don't want to have sex. It's important to identify the underlying issues as much as you can. So when you are communicating with your partner, you are coming to the table with some solution. So it's important to write down the underlying issues and kind of process the emotion that shows up for you. You don't want to show up angry and entitled, although that it's so painful to be in a sexless relationship. you want to communicate with your partner in a way that's relational, in a way that they are willing to hear you out. Your goal is to create a plan. If that's something that you're interested in, then you want to make sure that you are processing some of those unresolved anger before coming at the table. Then you are scheduling a time to talk to your partner. You don't want to talk to them about this important issue right after you're leaving the car in a busy restaurant when kids are around. This is important. So you want to make sure that you're setting aside the time that you and your partner have privacy and plenty of time to talk about it. Then you are, when you're talking about it with your partner, preferably out of the bedroom, preferably when you have time, it's important to communicate with them that this is something that's important for you, being intimate with your partner. And you want to emphasize that you want to have this experience with them. Sometimes people tell me that I told them that I need sex. And when you say to our partner, I need sex, we're not communicating in a way that's connecting. So I encourage you to think about talking about it in a way that's connecting with your partner. Perhaps you can say, honey, I missed when we were physically connecting. I remember when we were on the so-and-so trip and that trip and this wonderful thing happened. Remember that. So you want to make sure that you are using the relational back. So you're using on those shared experiences so you can help them to remember how great it was when you were connected. Then you want to make sure that you're getting out of that relationship with a plan. If you're having a conversation, like a one-off conversation, that's not going to change the relationship. Maybe you're going to have sex once afterward, but that's not a plan that you can carry. Regardless of the underlying issues, you want to talk with your partner about how are you going to tackle it. Many couples, they are in a sexless relationship because the sex has been deprioritized. So what you need to do is a schedule sex on your calendar every single month with your partner to start with. So you have some time to prioritize that connection. If the issue has been the relational challenges, you want to make sure that you are making an appointment with a couples counselor or a sex therapist so you can talk about those issues. Because I promise you, if you are not addressing those issues, those emotional wounds will just fester. I haven't seen any couple that they didn't address their original issues and the issues gets resolved. So if you wait, it's just gonna will add some emotional challenge to that dynamic. Then you want to schedule a time. You want to make sure that you have enough time, maybe 2-3 hours, to really connect with your partner. The idea is that not necessarily this is a time that you're going to have intercourse. You are incorporating things that are connecting with your partner. If you feel lost as far as what you can do during those date nights, make sure you are downloading the list of more than 100 ways that you can sexually and physically connect with your partner. The link is below this video because it's really important to keep things hot and spicy, and also have a menu of different behaviors, sexual behavior that you can do with your partner. So if you're not in the mood for intercourse, you can do a number of different things. Then if your partner, you see that you're putting it on the calendar, they're avoiding it, they're bringing excuses, it's important to be firm about this, that this is something that's important for me. And stand on your ground, because your health is important, your relationship is important, and you want to make sure that you're firm about your needs and you're having your own back. You don't want to compromise your place with saying that it's okay long term when it's not okay. If you notice that there's a pattern of avoidance over and over, you want to make sure you're booking an appointment with a sex therapist, and they can help you and your partner to examine what's happening. Is your partner struggling with low desire? If the issue is sexual challenges, or perhaps they identify as asexual and they never examine that. Whatever the issue is, there is a solution for it. So make sure that you're following up with booking an appointment. And long term, if you find you and your partner are sexually incompatible, which happens to so many couples, then you have a number of different options. You can either open up the relationship, or separate from your partner, or coming up with a plan that you will meet your sexual need in a way that's not overwhelming to your partner. But it's important to be intentional about it. You don't want to make a decision or not make a decision that you will regret it 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years down the road. I have so many of the clients that they left sexless marriages, and one of the regret that they have is why I didn't examine it sooner. Because when you're younger, you want to be able to have sex and you want to explore your sexuality and have all sorts of exciting experiences. And there is nothing wrong with that. The first step is communicating with your partner. Thank you so much for watching our video. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you next week on this channel.